Hey y'all. Cute. It's cute. Y'all. It's raining right now. And I'm leaving the shop and I don't know where I'm going with this. Like, this is like, let me tell y'all, when I be recording my videos, like, I just to be called to like get in front of the camera and record. So literally I just left the shop and I'm sitting in my car and I'm like sitting here and I'm just like, what to say? Like, what am I saying? What am I about to talk about? I don't know. It's coming to me though. It's coming to me. So okay, I know what I'm gonna say. I really want y'all to see this being real I don't be editing my videos. This be straight off the camera roll. Like, and I'm just that type of person. Even with my work that I do with hair, I don't like putting filters over my work. I don't like editing. Like, I want y'all to see the real deal, the up close, the personal, the raw footage. Like, this is real life, and I don't want to make this shit seem like it's something that it ain't. And I feel like, okay, that's where I'm going with this. I don't want to make this seem like something that it ain't. So I feel like social media glamorize healing. Like, these celebrities on these shows, like when they doing these interviews and shows and stuff, they make it seem like healing is a pretty thing, and like it's just a simple 1-2, and it's really not that. Healing is ugly. It hurt. It's more than just waking up and one day you're new and your whole, like, I ain't experienced that. Like, I went through the dark night of the soul, and a lot of people, when they say like fighting demons and stuff like that, like when you really sitting in solitude by yourself and you're faced with all of your sins and the things that you did, you know, you gotta eventually gonna have to answer to that. And that is what fighting demons is. That's not a pretty thing. That's hurt. You gotta sit there and be accountable and hold yourself accountable for this. Like, the things you did, you sitting there thinking like, damn, like, I really did that. And you gotta be, you gotta own up to that and really ask God for his forgiveness. Like, you gotta be honest with yourself and God, and being honest with yourself about things that you want to forget. That ain't easy. That's not a pretty sight to see. You really sitting in the room. Like, I tell y'all, it's been days where I didn't get no sleep, that I was up for days at a time, really sitting here replaying conversations and thoughts and things in my mind. And we can go all the way back to stuff like from childhood, like inner child healing. That's another thing too. As you go through your healing, like, you realize that a lot of stuff that you've been holding on to when you was a child is affecting you, and you like, I didn't even think this was hurting me, or I didn't think this had a hold on me. But when you sit in that room in solitude by yourself, you realize, like, hold on, I'm not all put together how I thought I was. I didn't even know this type of stuff had a hold on me. I didn't even think this type of stuff was affecting me. Like, what? And those tips that I put up last video, those can be very helpful for when you're going through those times. Like, it's not pretty. Like, healing is not a overnight process, and once you start, you're not going to stop. And it's like, unless you don't want to see the world for what it is, but it's like, once you start healing and you going through the journey, you cannot unsee. So when you ask God to reveal and remove, I want you to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to be ready for what's to come. You got to be ready for the closest people to you to go. You got to be like willing, like, you got to be willing to put yourself first. And that's what it is. Like, hold on, wait a minute. My camera doing something weird. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you have to be willing to put yourself first. And healing is really you finding God and you finding yourself again. So who are you before social media? Who are you before this hurt and this pain? You got to get back to that person. So with me, as I started really like thinking about what it was that I like to do and who was I before my ego became as big and strong as it did at a point in time, I had to realize like I like to read books. I used to write little short stories. Like that I never had a TV in my room growing up for real. So like reading was what I did. Like I love reading. Like that's just what I used to do, read books. Even in high school, I remember like when I first got to I went to Westlake. I graduated from Westlake. When I first got to Westlake, y'all, this dude is so close to my car. But anyways, when I first got to Westlake, people used to be like, why are you always in your phone? And I'm like, I'm reading books. Like I used to read books on Wattpad off my phone. Like that's what I enjoy doing. Nothing. I used to, as a kid, I used to always dream of doing this, like being on TV and like talking in front of crowds and stuff. So it's like I realized like this has always been a passion for me. This is something that I've always wanted for myself. So it's like I invested in my camera, and I'm like, okay, now girl, like at a point in time I was recording videos on my phone the first time I tried it, but it was like I felt like I wasn't ready yet. And truth be told, I wasn't ready. I don't think I was ready at that time. Like I was still going through the journey, and I'm like, how can I tell people about stuff that I'm trying to get through? But now that I done got through it, it's like I could shed the light, and I could share my story and what I did and how I got through what I was going through. So I'm thankful that I have picked back up on my hobbies and the things that I like to do, getting back to me, you know, like as I have found myself. And I feel like when you sit in solitude, like ask yourself questions, like journal, and at the top of your journal, write questions to yourself, the things that is coming into your mind, because once again, like I said before, your intuition is God talking to you. So at the top of your paper, you might have a question. Where is it that I'm trying to go? Write out where it is that you're trying to go. You need to see these type of things, because where are you going? What are you working towards? What are you trying to do? Like where you at right now does not define you as a person. It does not mean you have to stay there. If you know that it's more that you want for yourself, go after more, chase that, you know what I'm saying? And get back to you. Like I had to realize a lot about myself. Like I had to like real deal like go through. I went through so many ego deaths. I went through so many ego deaths throughout my healing journey, and one of the major ones, when people see me, they be like, what made you get rid of your Audi? I got rid of my whole ass car in the middle of a fucking ego death, y'all. Like that's how much I'm like, I don't want driving this Audi. I don't want what comes with this car. I don't want people would treat me a certain type of way just because of a car that I drove. You know what I'm saying? Like that's as real as you have to get with yourself. Like it really break you down. And sitting in your solitude, like being alone, being real with yourself, being honest with yourself. And I had to realize, like, you know, like just based off of like the type of people, the dudes that I was engaging in and stuff, I had to be real with myself. Like if I'm dealing with these type of men, is that me being true to my beliefs, what I believe in, what I want for myself, and where it is that I'm trying to go? Can this person come along with me? Do this person match me? Gotta be real with yourself. Like, and then I had to realize too, like, why am I so attached to this person? It's sex. Like, cut sex off, y'all. I've been celibate for over a year. Like, it's been a year and some months. Like, and a lot of people be like thinking I'm lying or like acting like it's not possible. It very much is possible. Like once you go without it for so long, you don't even think about it. And then if I do think about it, it's in the thought of, I can't even imagine no man who ain't worth my time, my energy, who knows me, who deserves me. I can't even imagine laying down with somebody who, this person that I'm working hard to become, this person that I've been putting the work to become, like, I used to be like, well, I feel like as a society, we look at girls who like they're waiting to marriage like that was a bad thing. In reality, like I truly am saving myself for marriage. Like, I'm not going out like that. Like when you value yourself and you know your worth, it's a lot of things that you're not even gonna think twice about. Like that's not even like me thinking about just laying down with a random dude, or me thinking about, like, I'm telling you, it don't even cross my mind. I real deal, when I hear girls talking now, and I know that I don't judge nobody because I was once, you know, like on some of the stuff that I be hearing and the conversations that I be having with my clients and stuff. Like I know that at a point in time that I was on stuff like that, and I look at it now like, you got a lot of growing to do, because I ain't going, you know. And I'm not saying that to shame nobody, but I real deal believe, like, if you were to sit by yourself and you stop having sex, like, all this is attachments. Love is an attachment. And I look at that like, am I that attached to these people, places, or things that I'm stopping my growth? Hell no. Is this worth me not reaching my highest timeline, the highest version of myself? It ain't even nothing to ask, because hell no, it's not. Like, you gotta real deal, like, get to know you. Because what do you want in a man? And it's easy to say the simple things that we, you know, like, that come to mind, but it's no, like, no, really, what do you want in a man? You don't have to settle. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know you in order to know what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for. It's a lot of things. Like, I didn't even realize that I had daddy issues. My daddy been in my life my whole life, and I didn't realize that certain things that I did and how I moved was a red flag to me, and that I had daddy issues. But me sitting by myself and getting to know myself, I realized that about myself. And you gotta be real with yourself before you can be real with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I was at a point where I realized, like, this shit ain't sweet, and I need to do the inner work. Like, me sitting in my solitude is me doing my inner work, me fixing myself. Like, I gotta get back to me. I wanna be happy. I wanna feel whole. I wanna feel complete. What I gotta do for me to get back to me, finding myself again. And like the tips that I gave y'all in the last video, like, those are ways that I found myself getting back to me and finding myself again. Life is hard. There's no right or wrong answer, because either you gonna learn from it, lessons and blessings, you know what I'm saying? You get the lesson or you get the blessing, but there is no right or wrong way to go about things. And as life go on, you just gotta stay strong, keep your head up, and as you go through things, learn. Don't just keep doing this. Like, if you keep getting faced with the same type of people, the same type of situations, if you keep meeting the same person in different bodies, and you ain't learned the lesson yet. You ain't learned it yet. It's something that you missing, so you need to really sit with yourself. Like, that's the best thing. And I feel like sometimes I be feeling like, y'all, that I'm too quick to go into my solitude. I don't like, so I'm like, oh, I just want to stay by myself. But I feel safe when I'm by myself. I don't have to deal with the fuckery when I'm by myself. I don't have to deal with the bullshit. Like, I'm level-headed, my eyes open, I'm clear about what it is that I want, where it is that I'm trying to go, what it is that I'm doing. Life does not have to be hard. It's our birthright to be happy. It's our birthright it's our birthright to be happy. It's our birthright to enjoy life. Like, we was not put on earth for this. Everybody has a purpose. And I feel like, too, sitting in your solitude, as you start figuring out yourself, you will find your purpose. We all have a purpose in this world. I don't believe that, you know, like, you could get stuck in the matrix. And if you want to be stuck in the matrix working a 9 to 5, then that's what you do. But if you know that it's something bigger and better for you, sit with yourself. Find yourself. Hear yourself. Understand you. And I think you'll be well off. Like, it worked for me. And if it worked for me, it could work for you too. So, I really hope that y'all really be listening to me. Because the sun gonna shine again. The sun gonna shine again. And don't y'all ever forget that, okay? The sun is going to shine again.